In honour of marking VE Day, we have changed our usual opening for something a little more appropriate. Before we start the Mottram CC live and virtual quiz, please pay your respects with our tribute.
It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye to Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there.
Evening, folks. I hope this finds you well on this Victory in Europe bank holiday weekend. Just going to start first and foremost with a toast to those brave souls who gave their lives all those years ago. They essentially gave their yesterday so that we could have our today. So to the glorious dead, I raise a toast to you. Cheers. And secondly, as is customary now, to good health to you all playing at home, to you and your families. Thankfully, we've had no ill reports this week, which is absolutely great news. So to good health, folks, to good health. Cheers. Okay. So welcome, everyone, to this, our 7th edition. This is week number 7. Now, I am going to just a little bit of a word of caution to start. Literally, this is the real excitement of live television, if you will, is the fact that anything could happen. And tonight, folks, anything could happen. From a technological point of view, anything could happen here. So I was going along swimmingly this week in preparation for the quiz until I got a call off Stephen to say that there had been some issues at BSF Productions HQ. So some lawn was being relayed at Stephen's house this week, and it would appear that the gardener has managed to sever pretty much every single significant cable running into the Scott household. This is a photograph of it. Now, I'm told that when Stephen got home to be confronted by this, the gardener told him in no uncertain terms that his patch job had done the trick. Safe to say that when Stephen went back inside the house, the internet was nowhere to be seen. And essentially, guys, we're running with sort of a new part. There's bandwidth warnings everywhere. Stephen keeps telling me about these bandwidth warnings as if I know anything about that sort of stuff. There's a couple of colleagues of mine playing along at home. They'll tell you that I know absolutely nothing about IT. So if anything does go wrong, you'll see the usual sign on screen. But, you know, we'll carry on regardless, and hopefully we'll have a good time. Anyway, the one section of the quiz that has fallen foul from a time perspective is the Showcase Showdown. Now, we will be going ahead with the Showcase Showdown. You better believe it. But just as a prior warning, that the usual polished Mike Scott voiceover video for the Showcase Showdown hasn't been done in time. So instead, you're going to have to deal with me with some rather dull Alan Partridge style commentary. So I think that's about that. I think we're sort of ready to sort of crack on. So, but before we do, just for anybody who, you know, hasn't played along with us before and wants to sort of know how to register teams, Stephen's just going to quickly fly through onto. So basically, folks, all you need to be doing is from the Mottram Creek website. So you search the Mottram Creek website, you'll come through, and essentially there's a link there for you to register your team name. And once you've filled all that out, essentially you can access all of the live sheets for rounds 1, 2, and 3 via that central page. So that's where you need to be, folks, throughout the evening. I think, guys, I think we're already, aren't we, Beachy, in the back end there? Okay, Rachel's just registering. Steve, there seems to be a little bit of a kerfuffle during the opening section there, where I don't know. You seem to be suggesting that there was some sort of mayhem in the back end. Everything okay? Okay, it was just Beachy being melodramatic. Don't worry, folks. Just Beachy being melodramatic. So before we crack on with the first question of tonight's quiz, a big happy birthday to Janice Swan. It's Justine Swan. Well, you told me it was Janice, lads. Honestly. You put your heart and soul into this quiz, and then you get duff information in the back end like that. Justine Swan, Justine Starr. It'll be Justine Starr, won't it? Anyway, Justine, happy birthday, love. Happy birthday, love. I'm sorry that it's pandemonium in the back end. Come on, lads, get your act together there, lads. Get your act together. Happy birthday, Justine. Hope you've had a good one, and I hope this finds you sort of half merry, shall we say? That's for sure. Okay, folks. General knowledge. Is the sheet live, Beachy? Shall we kick off? Okay, the sheet for round one is live. Okay. And we're ready, folks. Okay, let's kick off tonight's quiz, shall we? General knowledge, as per usual, 20 questions here. And the first question in tonight's quiz is, what is the name of Julia Roberts' character in Pretty Woman? Nice and easy to start with there tonight. One of the big mysteries in life, I think, is how anybody ever cast Richard Gere in a motion picture. Up there with some of the great mysteries for me. He is dreadful. So that's question one in tonight's quiz. What is the name of Julia Roberts' character in Pretty Woman? Okay. So question two, almost VE Day related this, although we do have a VE section later in the pick and mix, but here we go. Number two, in which German state is the city of Berlin situated? That's question number two. In which German state is the city of Berlin situated? How many teams on this week, folks? Okay, so over 30 again. Lovely. I would imagine that we've got a couple of teams sozzling themselves in the back garden, given that the weather has been so nice this weekend. Okay, number three. Rock the Casbah was a hit for which band? So that's question number three. Rock the Casbah was a hit for which band? Great track. See that there's no James Dadge this week. James taking a week off after some rather miserly performances in the last couple of weeks. Everybody else's fault but his. Okay. Question number four. Make a house a home is the slogan of which company? So make a house a home is the slogan of which company? I'm sure that many of you will be able to tell that the head has been baked this weekend. Yesterday, I mean, it's sore to do that, to be quite frank. You know, yeah, you can see it there, can't you? You can see the burn. Not good. More stories on the VE Day Kestrel Close street party. Some very strange anecdotes coming up tonight, folks. Okay, let's move on to question 5. Love is in the Bin and Slave Labour are works of art by which artist? So that's question number 5. Love is in the Bin and Slave Labour are works of art by which artist? First observation from our street party yesterday was the distinct correlation between people's almost lack of care towards the social distancing guidelines and the amount of booze they drank. I tend to find that at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody was sort of sat sort of steadily apart. When I'd come in past 8 o'clock, it was a free-for-all out there. Absolute disgrace. Shame I didn't put any factor 50 on me. Okay, question 6. Which late actor played Trigger in Only Fools and Horses? So which late actor played Trigger in Only Fools and Horses? Nice gentle start tonight, I think, this. So Steve just asked what time did I finish writing this one. I went late again last night. It was, what was it? Might have been 2:30-ish. Tough gig when you've been sat there listening to the 2 pensioners next door all afternoon. That is for sure. Okay. Not there's anything against pensioners. Just, you know, tough. Okay, 7. Which Labour MP is the current shadow foreign secretary? That's question number 7. Which Labour MP is the current Shadow Foreign Secretary? Certainly not one of my favourites, that's for sure. Okay, we've had our first casualty of tonight's quiz, folks. Rachel has decided to drop out. Sorry, Michael. Sorry, Michael. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Michael, I've thrown you under the bus there. Sorry, pal. Number 8, let's move on. What colour is the Ashoka Chakra on the Indian flag? Apologies for any pronunciation issues there. So what colour is the Ashoka Chakra on the Indian flag? That's question number 8 on tonight's quiz. Sorry, Michael. Deepest condolences. If you need anywhere to stay, just come round to mine. Okay, question 9, the first sporting one of this evening. So, ignoring the Williams sisters, who was the last American to win the ladies' singles title at Wimbledon? That's question number 9. Ignoring the Williams sisters, who was the last American to win the ladies' singles title at Wimbledon? Okay. 2-time winner, I think. 2-time winner. Okay, number 10. What types of fruit are Amarel, Mayduke, and Morello? That's question number 10. What types of fruit are Amarel, Mayduke, and Morello? 1 for Alan Swan there, I believe, for Herr Schwan. I'd imagine Dan Martin might also get that. There'll be shades of tops, won't they, down at New Look? I'm sure he has a shade of each in his jumper collection. His very, very suspect jumper collection. Okay, nice and straightforward terms. Let's move to 11. What is the real name of the beast from the game show The Chase? Do you need both names there, folks? Do you need the first name and the surname? So that's question number 11. What is the real name of the beast from the game show The Chase? On the Corona tonight, folks. Yeah, nice little drop. Just need to get some limes in there. Much better with the lime insertion. Okay, on to 12. Let's move through to 12. In which county does Brighton reside? Got to be kind here. I don't mind whether you give me the historic or the ceremonial county. Either I'm happy with either. So we don't want those sort of technicalities or controversies tonight. So number 12. In which county does Brighton reside? Brighton Hove Albion, a former club, or almost a former club of Brian Clough, of course. The Damned United. Great film. It was on I think it's actually on again this bank holiday weekend. Do watch it if you've never seen it before. Great film. Okay. Number 13. What strait is the busiest shipping lane in the world? That's number 13. What strait is the busiest shipping lane in the world? Note that I'm asking for the strait. So I need you to be specific there. So that's question number 13. What strait is the busiest shipping lane in the world? Circa, I think it's something like 600 ships a day pass through there. Okay, that's 13. So on to 14, something that we've all seen, but probably not paid this close attention to. Which Beatle led the way across the famous Abbey Road crossing? So on the album cover, who's first? So which Beatle, that's number 14, led the way across the famous Abbey Road crossing? I can confirm it wasn't the dung beetle. just dreadful, Michael. Awful. Has Rachel forgiven you yet? sorry. I'm not making it any better. Oh, I'm a bad man. Okay, let's move through 15. I need first name and surname here. It's another character question. So, what is the name of Peter Kay's character in the sitcom Phoenix Nights? Funny we talk about. And I want what I want here. Just to be clear, I want the gentleman or the character who resides in a wheelchair. Because he does play a few, sure, but I want the main lead character who resides in a wheelchair. So, what is the name of Peter Kay's wheelchair-bound character in the sitcom Phoenix Nights? Funny we talk about Phoenix Nights actually, because I've got a real resemblance of Jerry the Berry tonight. I'll be singing in Asda before you know it. Corn beef. Oh God. Okay. Okay. Question number 16. What is the highest selling soft drink in Scotland as of last year? So that's question number 16. What is the highest selling soft drink in Scotland? Just saying about some Scottish soft drink related almost disputes in the background there, but I won't go into it at fear of another Michael Ballgate. Don't want one of those on our hands, folks. Okay. I don't want to drop the ball again. Thanks for that, Steve. Very nice indeed. Okay, 17. Who was the last leader of the Soviet Union? So that's question number 17. Who was the last leader of the Soviet Union? Great leader. What we do for someone like that. Okay, that's 17. So 18. What type of animal is a Cotswold lion? Never heard of this. Question number 18. What type of animal is a Cotswold lion? What's that, Steve, in the background? Oh yeah. So it's come to light that one of our members has a boat that he's been hiding. One of the more random things that I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't think he's actually been on water in his life, has he, Grandad Collinson? If we can get a photograph, if we can get a photograph of said boat, that'd be great. And then we can have some sort of bidding process. I believe that the first offer £700. What is he doing with the boats? Okay. Question 19. Dear, what is going on? What is going on here? Okay, 19. With one word, complete the following quote from Charles de Gaulle. How can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of blank? So that's question number 19. With one word, complete the following quote from Charles de Gaulle. How can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of? Okay, bit of early feedback from Rachel, who thinks that these are difficult. Well, listen. Yeah, different Rachel, not Michael's Rachel. I don't wish to stick the knife in any more than I have there, and put my foot even further into the proverbial cowpat. But Stevens, Rachel, the feedback is that these are quite difficult. Sorry, Rachel, it's the way the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. Good weeks and bad weeks. You might do okay in pick and mix when we move on to Greek gods. Okay, lovely. Okay, so number 20, and the last one in our general knowledge for tonight. Anyone who ever held you would tell you by the way I'm feeling is the opening line to a classic song by which band? So that's question 20 and the final question on the general knowledge in tonight's quiz. Anyone who ever held you would tell you the way that I'm feeling is the opening line to a classic song by which band? I would imagine that's a tune that's potentially responsible for the procreation of many individuals over the years. Okay, so that's the 20 from the general knowledge round. Do we want to just quickly fire through those again, Steve? Okay, so question 1 was, what is the name of Julia Roberts' character in Pretty Woman? Question 2 was, in which German state is the city of Berlin situated? Question 3 was, Rock the Casbah was a hit for which band? Question 4, make a house a home is the slogan of which company? Question 5, love is in the bin and slave labour are works of art by which artist? Question 6, which late actor played Trigger in Only Fools and Horses? Question 7, which Labour MP is the current Shadow Foreign Secretary? Question 8, what colour is the Ashoka Chakra on the Indian flag? Question 9, ignoring the Williams sisters, who was the last American to win the ladies' singles title at Wimbledon? Question 10, what types of fruit are Amarel, Mayduke, and Morello? Question 11, what is the real name of the beast from the game show Chase? Question 12, in which county does Brighton reside? Question 13, what strait is the busiest shipping lane in the world? Question 14, which Beatle led the way across the famous Abbey Road crossing? Question 15, what is the name of Peter Kay's character in the sitcom Phoenix Nights? And that's the wheelchair character. I don't think wheelchair is a word, but we'll move on. Question 16, what is the highest selling soft drink in Scotland? Question 17, who was the last leader of the Soviet Union? Question 18, what type of animal is a Cotswold lion? Question 19, with one word, complete the following quote from Charles de Gaulle. How can you govern a country which has 246 varieties of blank? And question 20, anyone who ever held you would tell you by the way that I'm feeling is the opening line to a classic song by which band? Just reading them through there, Rachel, I can see that there will be a little bit of guessing going on, I would imagine, for most teams there. But, you know, good. I think good quizzes will navigate that. I really do. Okay, that's the general knowledge round. If we just give it another minute or so to tidy up those answer sheets, and then we can get those submitted and move on to round 2, the pick and mix. Ooh. Things. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort of almost cool my head. It is seriously searing. A lot quieter on the social media front tonight. We suspect that's because of No Daj shouting, bartering, just giving general dog's body abuse throughout the proceedings. Okay, another sort of 30 seconds, and then we can move on to round number 2. How are we doing on submissions, Beachy? Question on the stream as to whether I could fry an egg on the head. Yeah, just as long as my egg doesn't crack first, I suppose. As long as the egg that is my head doesn't crack before it gets to that, God almighty. Okay. How we do? couple more needed, and then we can move on to round 2. Is the answer sheet for round 2 live, Beachy, or is that going on in a moment? Okay, so the answer sheet for round 2 is now live. And I think everybody's done for round 1, have they? Okay. Okay, so let's make a start with round 2. So first and foremost on round 2 tonight, we have, again, sort of the sporting start, but it's photographs tonight. Now, I reckon that there might be some sort of dispute here as to whether this is a sport or a game. Frankly, I don't care. We're about to see 5 photographs of famous darts players from various eras. And what I need you to do is just tell me which dart player is depicted. Couple of gimmies here, and then a couple of slightly more difficult ones. So if we can get number 1 up, Steve, first photograph, and there it is. So who's that? Which darting great is that? In actual fact, looking at, well, no, let's just steady on there, steady on. So yeah, it's actually got a bit of a look of Mellor, that, hasn't it? Definitely insofar as he's extremely bronzed, which is, yeah, possibly equidistant between Phil Mellor and Andy Dyson. Okay. So that's our first darting great. Shall we move through to our second darting great, please, Stephen? That's our second darting great. Yep. Okay. Okay. So that's our second darting great. On to number 3, please, Steve. And just for the avoidance of doubt, because Stephen's questioning my categorisation of greats, these have all won the World Championship. So all of these dart players have won the World Championship. Stephen is trying to tell me he hasn't. Just ask Stephen to do his research before he comes at me with a load of nonsense in the back end. I don't discriminate between codes, Stephen. PDC, BDO, either or. But they're both as good as each other. Ish. Okay, that's number 3. Let's move on to number 4. This guy's got the best darting nickname in world darts for me. So that's number 4. Yeah, I think we're hearing that Beachy's disappeared out the back end, folks. Possibly grovelling on account of me. Sorry, Michael. Okay, and number 5 now, Steve. Let's have a look at number 5. Nice and straightforward, that. Okay. Okay, so I think we're done there with the dart players. Not going to be too prescriptive on spellings if you're in and around the ballpark. Okay, now I'm sure there'll have been a little bit of a shudder down certain spines thought of Greek gods when I mentioned them before. But that's our alternate letter round this evening. So what you're going to see are 5 Greek god deities. Essentially, anybody who was anybody in the sort of the Greek mythological system, but very much within the Greek system, not the Roman. So, although there is some crossover, so you're going to see 5 gods with alternate letters missing, and it's your job to try and decipher which 5 gods are here. Okay. So we have P blank, S blank, I blank, O blank, A blank, O blank, L blank, N blank, K blank, H blank, R blank, E blank, and T blank, A blank, A blank, O blank. Anybody gets 10, I'll be very, very impressed. Very impressed. So there are 5 Greek gods with alternate letters missing. Happy to take on board some of the feedback and just give you sort of 60 seconds of peace and quiet to try and figure those out. I think Beachy's gone AWOL, folks. Either that or he's collecting a vegan curry from the door. Okay. So they were the 5 Greek gods. So P-S-I-O, A-O-L-N-K-H-R-E-T-A-A-O. They are on. Question from who? Yes. So how many teams are taking part tonight? We've just over 30 tonight. Just over 30. Early 30s tonight. Okay, so they're the Greek gods. They are on the answer sheet, I believe. I would confirm that from Beachy if he was around in the back end, but he seems to be messing around doing other stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to assume it's on. Okay, on to section 3 in the pick and mix round. And this is a round for VE Day. So 5 sort of VE Day World War II related questions. Let's see how you get on. So question 11. In Churchill's great "We Will Fight" speech, which of the following did he not say we will fight in? In the air, in the hills, in the trenches, or the seas and ocean? So that's question number 11. In Churchill's great "We Will Fight" speech, which of the following did he not say we will fight in? The air, the hills, the trenches, or the seas and oceans? Presumably because he didn't have an issue with fighting in any of them. Or just probably forgot to mention it. Okay, I'm pleased to say that Michael Beach is now back in the rear end. Mike, are you okay? All well? Okay, lovely, great. Mike, just to confirm that the alternate letters are on the answer sheet, aren't they? Okay, great. Okay, so that was number 11. Number 12. In the Veruling classic, "We'll Meet Again," what will drive the dark clouds away? That's number 12. In the Veruling classic, "We'll Meet Again," what will drive the dark clouds away? Okay, so that was number 12. Number 13, and this is via the Office of National Statistics. Which of the following branches lost more men during World War II? The Royal Navy or the RAF? So that's question number 13. Which of the following branches lost more men during World War II than the Royal Navy or the RAF? And I will say it is close, this, but it is a bit of a flip of the coin stuff. So okay, that was question number 13. Which of the following branches lost more men during World War II? Navy or the RAF? And question 14. Which member of the German High Command succeeded Adolf Hitler as Chancellor? Have we got a typo? Yeah, we've got a typo there. That's as Chancellor. Lovely. So which member of the German High Command succeeded Adolf Hitler as Chancellor? He served in that post for only 1 day. So that's question 14. Which member of the German High Command succeeded Adolf Hitler as Chancellor, and he served in that post for just 1 day? Okay, so that was 14. And let's have a look at 15. World War II came to an end in the Pacific when 2 nuclear bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and which other Japanese city? So that's question 15. World War II came to an end in the Pacific Ocean or the Pacific when 2 nuclear bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and which other Japanese city? That's our little VE Day section done and dusted. One more section before we move through to the very enjoyable Price is Right rounds. As per usual, folks, we'll do the Price is Right, and given the showcase, we'll give you a bit of time over the break. We'll have a break after that. You can have a sort of an argument within your household. I believe in the Aspinall household, there'll be big arguments about the value of this week's car following Aspinall. Mother Aspinall essentially contesting last week that that car, the Dacia car, what was it, Craig? Something around 20k for the Dacia. God almighty, not a Bentley Continental. God almighty. Okay, that is section 3. So section 4 is on US states. So there are 6 US states with a name consisting of 5 or fewer letters. Texas is one. What are the other 5? That's 16 through 20. There are 6 US states with a name consisting of 5 or fewer letters. Texas is one. Name the other 5. What's that, Beachy? Okay, some nice feedback from Wolves fan. Ollie Andrews has said that. Wolves fan, essentially enjoying the VE Day round. So good, I'm glad it was appreciated. Right to recognise what is just an unimaginable sacrifice. I just can't. So we'll give you just a minute or so to stew over that. 16 to 20, there are 6 US states with a name consisting of 5 or fewer letters. Texas is one, and you just need to name the other 5. Stephen's telling me that he's got 3 out of 5 in the back end, which is quite worrying, seeing as though he's probably seen the answers. He can't quite read to get all 5. Yeah, it's a bit quieter tonight, Steve, but you know, like a mellow one every now and again. It's nice not to have to field an insult from James Datch every 2 minutes. Okay, so give it till 22, and then we'll move through to. There it is, 22. So we'll move through now to the Price is Right. So we've got two Price is Right rounds here as per last week. We'll work in exactly the same fashion. So just a recap that the next 5, so 21 through to 25, you're going to see 5 products, and each of the 5 products is worth a sum of money that's 3 figures. You're going to get given the last 2 digits in each, and you need to tell me what the first digit in terms of the price is for each of the items as they come across. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 at your disposal. That's right, isn't it, Steve? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 at your disposal this evening. You can only use each number once. That's not a prescriptive rule. It'd just be advised to do so on the basis that each of the starting numbers is different. So 1 to 6, you can only use each number once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what you might wish to do is sort of make a bit of a mental note as we work through. And you might wish to sort of allocate once we get to the end of the segment. So first up, Steve, should we have a look at the first prize this evening?
Are you drinking excessively during the lockdown? Me too. It sounds like what you need is the Electric Q 51 bottle freestanding under counter wine cooler, full dual zone. Worried about mixing your vinos? No need. You can split your reds from your whites or fill with one. The choice is yours. With space for 51 bottles, standard 75ml, there's room for a sizable collection. And with the cool blue LED lighting, it really does allow you to showcase your collection in style.
Okay, so there it is. We've got the wine cooler there. Definitely something that I want for my house. Very, very cool though. So 51 bottle capacity. So you can see there that the price is blank 49. And I need you to tell me whether that's 149, 249, 349, 449, 549, or 649. And that's for the wine cooler number 21. Okay. Just to be clear, Steve. So listen, guys. We can attribute this to Mike Scott, who's put these together. But just to be clear, that we're talking bottles that are 75 centiliters or 750 milliliters. We're not talking the sort of the miniatures here. It's not a mini bar. It's not a mini bar. It's a full-on wine cooler, proper bottle size. Okay, that's number 20. I'm glad we cleared that up. Great. Here we go. Number 22. Let's move through to number 22, please, Stephen.
May the Force be with you. Take a look at this glistening, online exclusive Crystal Star Wars set. This impressive set by Swarovski is a must-have for any serious Star Wars fan. Luke Skywalker stands ready for battle with his bright blue lightsaber, accompanied by his trusty X-Wing. The dark side is strung with this one, with the imposing Death Star ornament suspended from a black satin ribbon. With a combined 1,484 crystal facets, this is not a toy.
Repeat, this is not a toy, not a toy. Okay, so we've got the Star Wars collectibles there. 149, 249, 349, 449, 549, 649. Should we move through to 23? Let's have a look at the next one. Oh, he's not. I've beaten you there, honestly. Oh, you're ready now. You're ready now. Okay, 23. Here we go.
This one will put you in a spin, specifically 1,400 RPM. The Bosch Series 6 IDOS Watt 286 HOGB Smart 9K 1,400 spin washing machine is sure to be a housewife's favourite. Are you sick of a full washing basket? Well, with a 9K capacity, you'll be done in no time. Thanks to IDOS technology, it perfectly washes your load, automatically checking dirt levels, then using the exact amount of detergent and water to perfectly clean your clothes. And if that wasn't enough, you can keep connected with your washing machine thanks to the Home Connect app.
So there's the washing machine. So it's blank 29. Of course, I'm sort of obliged to say that I'm sure it would be equally popular with house husbands as well as housewives. Let's keep it nice and PC, please, Michael. Come on. So that's blank 29 for 23. Is that 129, 229, 329, 429, 529, or 629? Okay. So that's 23. Well, let's move through to 24, please, Stephen.
Are you mad for it? Do you love the beat? Well, in these Sony WH-1000 XM3 wireless Bluetooth noise-cancelling headphones, you'll be getting on down with all your favourite artists. Whether it's Oasis, the Cortinas, or maybe even Dexy's Midnight Runners, these noise-cancelling over-ear headphones will be sure to block out everything else and let you concentrate on the boogie. Worried about the battery life? Take a chill pill. These have got a huge 30 hours of charge.
I'll take a chill pill, lovely. Okay, so that's 24 with the headphones there. So we want to know whether that, it's blank 59. Again, is it 159, 259, 359, 459, 559, or 659? And that is for the headphones, the sound, sound cancelling headphones or whatever they are? Noise cancelling, whatever it is, way above my tech understanding, Steve, way above my tech understanding. Okay, and finally, Steve, number 25. Let's have a look at the last in this round.
Remember when Henry the Hoover was king of the carpets? That was until Sir James Dyson came along to revolutionise vacuuming. And he's done it again with this Dyson Cyclone V10 Total Clean Cordless Vacuum Cleaner. This thing has some serious sucking power. It gives you brilliant suction for 60 minutes at a time, getting your cleaning done without needing to recharge. With 4 specialist heads, this piece of kit can remove 25% more dirt than the V8 model. And when you're done, you can easily store and charge your V10 using the wall-mounted docking station.
Okay, so that's the wireless Dyson Hoover. And we're looking for blank 79. So is that 179, 279, 379, 479, 579, or 679? So they're the 5 prizes. Do we have a slide, Steve, that shows all 5? No, we don't have it. We don't. So should we rattle through them again, just as a reminder? Have you got number 21 there? So number 21, we recall, is the wine fridge. That's blank 49. 22 is the Star Wars. Well, it's not a toy. Again, Star Wars, not really my thing, but decorative items. Blank 49. The washing machine. Blank 29 for the washing machine. We've got the noise cancelling headphones, and they're blank 59. And 25, we've got the wireless Dyson Hoover. So they're the 5 that we needed to have a look at, folks, and have a think about. So we've seen those 5. So I'm going to move through to the showcase. Again, guys, low production here, and you're just going to hear me, I suppose, go through. So we're going to have there are 5 prizes in tonight's showcase. So for the avoidance of doubt, I just need one bid from you in the box 26 on your answer sheet. And just as a reminder, as to how the game works, if you're within £1,000 of the cost of tonight's showcase, you will get 5 points. Within 2,000, you get 4 points. Within 3,000, 3 points. Within 2,000, 4 points, and within 5,000, you'll get 1 point. But just bear in mind that there's absolutely nothing in this game for being a penny over. So a penny over, you will wipe out and score a grand total of zilch. So 5 prizes for you to consider here. There's just going to be me whittering on in the background, I think, as we show you 5 prizes. So should we get on, Steve, and just reveal tonight's showcase? So first up tonight, folks, is this lovely, lovely Antler Sona exclusive, durable and expandable, lightweight, hard shell suitcase. Now, we're going to give away a set of 3, so you're going to get a set of 3. And looking at the description that I've got in front of me here, it tells me that this stunning Sona exclusive from Antler has a unique look, a sleek and minimal hard shell suitcase with diagonal and horizontal lines for an innovative design. The tough hardshell exterior makes this Sona exclusive set of suitcases virtually indestructible. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is the USP, virtually indestructible. Like the fact they've not gone for absolutely indestructible in order to get themselves to hot water with the Competition and Marketing Authority and training standards. Lovely stuff. Okay, so it's 3 suitcases, set of 3 very hard suitcases. Next, please, Steve. Next, we've got a Cayenne extending dining table with 4 chairs accompanying it. It's an extender, folks. It's an extender. All your Alan Partridge dreams have come true at once here. So it's an on-trend dark grey and pale oak extending dining table with 4 dark grey slatted wooden dining chairs. And it really does offer a stylish, sturdy finish. And it will allow you to have a nice little family setting. Will be able to really, really put out the bunting when you get a load of guests around. So that's an extending dining table. Next, please, Steve. Next, we have, let's get fit, guys. And let me tell you, I need one of these drastically. This is a Peloton exercise bike, but it's not just a bike, folks. This is the Peloton Works package. Wow, wowee. So included within this particular package are the bike itself, some cycling shoes to accompany it, bike weights, whatever they are, earbuds, the bike mat, so that there's no slipping, no sort of untoward injuries along the way. It comes with a heart rate monitor, free home delivery, and a 12-month warranty. Yeah, it's all there. They're all the rage. Piers Morgan's got one. I'm not quite sure whether that's a selling feature or not. Okay, that's the bike. Now, don't get too comfortable on the bike, folks, because we're going to take you to Gran Canaria. Oh, God. So here we go. 7 nights, folks, for you and a partner, you and a loved one, in a luxury hotel in Gran Canaria. I think it's pronounced the Lopsan Baobab Resort. No idea. But what I've been told by our friends at TUI is that with its lagoon pools and safari lodge styling, this luxury hotel brings a taste of Africa to Gran Canaria. It's a half-board package for 7 nights, folks. It's a 5-star hotel which offers a walk around the jungle-like gardens of this African-themed hotel, and you'll find no fewer than 7 pools. There are 4 restaurants, including a great African place, whatever that is, plus a clutch of bars offering live shows and cocktails. We confirm it is half-board stay. I had a look, and listen, we've had to pull the budget in this week because. Well, just because of Stuart and his cables, and also because the holidays is there, folks. But don't get too comfortable on the holiday, because when you get back, you're going to be driving one of these bad boys. There it is. Wow. Now that is a Kia Rio, but it's not any Kia Rio, folks. It's a Kia Rio GT, top of the range. I think it just comes under the reels, but it's a top spec Kia Rio. And to be fair to Kia, they were the larder of the car industry, weren't they? About 10 years ago. But literally everything comes on this Kia. We've got all the mod cons, rear parking sensors, anti-theft alarm system, touchscreen display, air conditioning, electric windows, tinted glasses, onboard computer to help you with your driving, with your drive assist, heated rear window, top alloys. And it does an almighty 118 brake horsepower. So a little bit of nip there when you just need to get around town. So it's the all-new Kia Rio GT line. So let's have a look, folks, at the whole showcase together. Let's have a look, Steve. We've got, as a reminder, we've got the suitcases, the set of 3 suitcases. We've got the dining table and chairs. We've got the Peloton bike. We've got, I am being told, I think, yeah, it is half-board. It is a half-board for 7 nights. For 7 nights at Gran Canaria, 5-star luxury, 7 pools, 4 restaurants, with a loved one for 2. And then we've got that smashing car, the Kia Rio GT line, no less. So 5 prizes there. We just need 1 bid from you, folks. 1 bid, and then we shall reveal a little bit later on in the show. So we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're back at 5 past. If we can try and get the sheets in for about 9 o'clock, or just after 9. That'd be great. And then we can hit the ground running with the millionaire round to finish. All right, cheers, folks. How are we doing? We're back. We're back. Okay. Welcome back. Hope everyone's got a drink ready for round 3, which is Millionaire. But obviously, before that, we're going to run through the answers to the first 2 rounds. Beachy, is everybody submitted now, Beachy? Okay, so I think we've got everybody in. Jubby, yeah, if you can just click submit. Bill, that's the button right at the bottom, submit. Just get that clicked. All right, good man. Okay, so answers for the first 2 rounds on tonight's quiz. So we started off with question 1, which is what is the name of Julia Roberts' character in Pretty Woman? The answer is Vivian. Question 2, in which German state is the city of Berlin situated? It's Brandenburg. 3, Rock the Casbah was a hit. The Clash. 4, make a house a home is the slogan of Homebase. 5, Love is in the Bin and Slave Labour are works of art by Banksy. And that Love is in the Bin one, if you recall, I think that's the one, wasn't that shredded? I think that was the one that was shredded into the bin. Yeah, nice. Number 6, it was, of course, Roger Lloyd Pack, played Trigger in Only Fools and Horses. One of my least favourite politicians, number 7, is Lisa Nandy. She's the current Shadow Foreign Secretary. Bad luck if you said Emily Thornberry, who was her predecessor. The Ashoka chakra on the Indian flag is blue. Ignoring the Williams sisters, the last American to win the ladies' single title at Wimbledon was Lindsay Davenport in 2005. I think she won it in 99, 2005 for the last time. Amaral or Amarel, Mayduke, and Morello are all cherries. The chaser known as the Beast is Mark Labette. Brighton resides in Sussex as the historical county, and I think the ceremonial county is East Sussex. So Sussex or East Sussex, I will accept. Which strait is the busiest shipping lane in the world? It's Dover. The Strait of Dover is the busiest shipping lane in the world. Which Beatle led the way across the famous Abbey Road crossing? Is John Lennon. John Lennon was first on that particular photograph. What is the name of Peter Kay's character, the wheelchaired character? Again, I'm using that term wheelchaired when it's just not just. I don't think it's not a word, that is it? In the sitcom Phoenix Nights, it's Brian Potter. Brian Potter for 15. The highest selling soft drink in Scotland is Iron Brew. Weird, just weird. I mean, you sort of expect Coke to sort of take its rightful place as number 1, but it just never does. The jocks, the jocks, they just love it, don't they? They love that orange stuff. Okay, the last leader of the Soviet Union was Mikhail Gorbachev. Animal known as a Cotswold lion. It's a sheep, apparently. Obviously. I mean, who didn't know that? 19, with one word, complete. So Charles de Gaulle thought it was impossible to govern a country that had 246 varieties of cheese. So cheese for 19. And anyone who ever held you would tell you the way that I'm feeling is the opening line. So classic song by Simply Red. Great track that as well. Now that's enough of that. Don't need any more of that. Okay, on to the darting greats. One there is Eric Bristow. Now, I did notice whilst I was reading out that on the picture itself, I do think that he's gone ahead and he's put his own signature there, hasn't he, on his breast pocket. Great. So that's Eric Bristow for one there. Number 2 is Jockey Wilson. So that's Jockey Wilson. Like to drink the jockey. 3 is Mark Webster. 4 is the guy with the best nickname in darts, is John Part. I think he's called Darth Maple because he's from Canada. He's from Canada. And 5 is, of course, Barney. It's Raymond van Barneveld for 5. On to the Greek gods. 6. Oh, I'm hearing 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, go on. We get the answers up, Steve. So here we go. 6 is Poseidon. 7 is Apollo. 8 is Nike. Although just to be clear, correct pronunciation is Nike. 9 is Hermes. Let's hope that whoever that god was didn't have as bad delivery times as Hermes did. God almighty, they're dreadful. And number 10 is Thanatos. Don't know number 10. Just never heard of that. I'm being told it's the god of death, Thanatos. Okay. Number 11, onto the VE Day. So Churchill, in his great speech, said that we would fight them in the air, in the hills, and on the seas and oceans, but didn't say in the trenches within his speech. So the trenches, the correct answer for number 11. Number 12, Vera Lynn sang that blue skies will drive the dark clouds away. 13, according to the ONS, is the RAF. And I was very surprised when I saw that. But some, in actual fact, quite a good read, some horrifying statistics in the RAF. I think one of the statistics I saw, if you were in the RAF, you had a 48% chance of dying. Absolutely scandalous. Just mind-blowing statistics. I think there was 7,000 more casualties in the RAF than in the Royal. Hard to believe with what went on at sea, but there we go. 14, Joseph Goebbels took over from Adolf Hitler and was in post for 1 day. 15, of course, is Nagasaki. So Nagasaki was the other city to succumb to something that no city should ever have to, be frank. And then the US states. I think everybody's done quite well with the US states by the time it. Just in the back end, Stephen was reeling off what he thought the 5 were. And his first entry was Dallas. Dallas. And not only is Dallas a city, it's got 6 letters, Stephen. He followed that up gloriously with Miami. Neither correct. Okay, the 5 that you're looking for here are Ohio, Iowa, Utah, Idaho, and Maine. They're the 5 that you're looking for. And then we're on to the Price is Right. Now, where have I put it? I put it here. Okay. So on to the Price is Right. So 21, which was the wine cooler. Very well done to anybody who got that at 349. 349 for the wine cooler. The Star Wars figures, personally, I think are worth about 100th of the actual price. 549 for the Star Wars collectibles. Obviously, those 1,000 Diamante things have bumped that up to 549 for the Star Wars. The Bosch washing machine at 629. Bosch leading name in that particular industry. Sony headphones at 259, and the Dyson vacuum at 479. 479 for the Dyson vacuum. To be fair, if you're picking up a couple of marks in that round, I think you're doing pretty well, to be fair. So fair play. And then on to the showcase. So he's got the prices to reveal them. So what I would say here is that I think the car is absolutely crucial here, that you get the car in the right zone. So if we start, what are we starting with, Steve? Are we doing one by one? So it's okay. I'll just go through. So in terms of the suitcases, folks, the suitcases were £290. £290 for the suitcases. The Cayenne extending dining table and 4 chairs, £649. The Peloton Works package, £2,199. The half board holiday to Gran Canaria, £2,375. And the Kia Rio GT line coming in at £19,320, meaning a total package and total price for tonight's showcase of £24,834. So if you're within 1,005 points, within 2,004 points, so on and so forth, if you're a penny over, no good. Michael, how's everyone done there? Are we any sort of, so what one team I'm hearing one team with 5 points. No points for over, Mike. No points for over. Oh, well, okay. We do have one team tonight who are £10 over. It's a blow. It's a real blow. Okay, no team with 5 points, so everybody's gone on the lower side this evening. Okay, let's move forward, shall we? So, if we're ready, Beachy, can we move through to Millionaire? So the round 3 is online. So again, just as a point of order, this is the round with a little bit more admin your side, where you've got to submit after each and every question. Just as a reminder, nice hint and tip, so to speak, just to copy and paste your team name, because you'll need to put that in for each response. When you go in onto each page, you'll have to select the number question and then your particular answer. Hit submit, hit the link, and it'll take you back to the answer sheet for next answer. So, are we ready, Steve, in the background? Are we ready for round 3? Okay, we're ready. So, without further ado, folks, let's play for £1 million. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Just let that music fade out there. So, as per usual, folks, we'll do 5 questions, and then we'll zoom through the answers. The next 5, zoom through, and then the final 5, and then zoom through together. So, first question on tonight's Millionaire is for £100 and for 1 point in tonight's quiz. In the Roadrunner and Coyote cartoons, what famous sound does the Roadrunner make? A, ping ping, B, beep beep, C, ayuga ayuga, or D, vroom vroom? Is it supposed to be awooga? What is that? What is C? Ayuga ayuga, ooga ooga. Yeah. So that's question 1 for £100. In the Roadrunner and Coyote cartoons, what famous sound does the Roadrunner make? Ping ping, beep beep, ayuga ayuga, or vroom vroom for 1 point. Okay, let's move on to number 2. This is question 2 for £200 and for 1 point in tonight's quiz. Where should choking victims place their hands to indicate to others that they need help? A, over the eyes, B, on the knees, C, around the throat, or D, on the hips. So that's question number 2 for £200 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. Where should choking victims place their hands to indicate to others that they need help? A, over the eyes, B, on the knees, C, around the throat, or D, on the hips. Okay. Question 3 in tonight's quiz is for £300 and for 1 point. Which of these dance names is used to describe a fashionable dot? A, hora, B, swing, C, lambada, or D, polka? So that's question number 3. Which of these dance names is used to describe a fashionable dot? Hora, swing, the lambada, or the polka? Nice and straightforward to start with. Okay, let's move through to question 4 for £500 and for 1 point in tonight's quiz. When somebody dies, they are said to have kicked the A, bucket, B, pail, C, sky, or D, ocean. Question 4, when somebody dies, they are said to have kicked the A, bucket, B, pail, C, sky, or D, ocean. It's question 4 on tonight's quiz for 1 point and for £500. Okay, and finally for £1,000 and for 1 point in tonight's quiz, question number 5. What part of a chicken is commonly called the drumstick? Is it A, the breast, B, the wing, C, the leg, or D, the gizzard? That is how you pronounce that, isn't it? The gizzard. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, you can tell I'm a culinary master. 5, what part of a chicken is commonly called the drumstick? For £1,000 and 1 point tonight's quiz. A, the breast, B, the wing, C, the leg, or D, the gizzard? If we can get those locked in, folks, and then we can rattle through those first 5, and then we can start separating the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. How are we doing on submissions, Beachy? Yeah. So does that mean we're ready to give the answers for the first 5? Yeah. Okay. So if we can get the last of them submitted, please, and we're going to run through those in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There's the cut-off. Okay, let's go back to number 1, please, Steve. So in the Roadrunner and Coyote cartoons, what famous sound does the Roadrunner make? Go on, Steve, let's have a quick look. Beep, beep. I think that's that's literally that wasn't me. That was a sound recording. So that's the Roadrunner. Okay, number 2 for £200 and 1 point is where should choking victims place their hands to indicate that they need help? Go on, Steve, let's have a look. There we go. Around the throat. Let's quickly move through these because they are really straightforward, I think, tonight. 3. Which of these dance names is used to describe a fashion of dots? Let's have a look, Steve. The polka. We had the polka, didn't we, last week? The Paraguayan polka. Okay, and 4. Let's move on to 4. When somebody dies, they are said to have kicked the... Kick the bucket. So that's £500 and 1 point. And then for the 1,000, number 5, what part of a chicken is commonly called the drumstick? A, breast, B, wing, C, leg, or D, gizzard? Let's have a look, Steve. Okay, so that was £1,000 there. So they were off with 1 point. Okay, we'll move forward through. So all questions in the next 5 worth 2 points in tonight's quiz. As we move through, I think we've still got everyone intact, have we, Beachy? Okay, 1. Okay, no problem. Okay, so number 6 for £2,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. What is the only position of an American football team that can be sacked? Is it A, the centre, B, the wide receiver, C, the tight end, or D, the quarterback? So that's number 6. What is the only position on an American football team that can be sacked? Is it A, the centre, B, the wide receiver, C, the tight end, or D, quarterback? That's £2,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. What's that, Steve? We understand American football. I do. It's just a bit primitive, isn't it? I mean, people say that cricket stop-start. My word, American football is on a completely different level. Okay, so that was number 6 for two. So no, I completely understand, Steve. It's just a bit dry, I think. Just a bit dry. Okay, so that was 6. Let's move on to 7. So this is for £4,000 and 2 points. Forever Delayed is the greatest hits album by which band? A, The Strokes, B, Westlife, C, U2, or D, the Manic Street Preachers? So that's question number 7 for £4,000 and for 2 points in tonight's quiz. Forever Delayed is the greatest hits album by which band? A, The Strokes, B, Westlife, C, U2, or D, the Manic Street Preachers? The greatest band on there, of course, being Westlife. Wonderful, wonderful band. I'd have to say that my favourite Westlife song, probably "Flying Without Wings." Just an absolute great track. What's my favourite album by Westlife? Well, let's not get into that because we could get into dangerous territory there, couldn't we, Steve? We don't want another Michael Ball in our hands, do we now? Yeah. Let's move on, Okay, number 8. This is for £8,000, and this is for 2 points in tonight's quiz. What Steven Spielberg film climaxes at a place called Devil's Tower? Is it A, E.T., B, Jurassic Park, C, The Raiders of the Lost Ark, or D, Close Encounters of the Third Kind? So that's question 8 in tonight's quiz. What Steven Spielberg film climaxes at a place called Devil's Tower? Is it A, E.T., B, Jurassic Park, C, Raiders of the Lost Ark, or D, Close Encounters? Whilst it is past the watershed, can I remind those in the back end that it is a family quiz? You didn't say anything, Stephen, but I could hear you grunting. I could hear you making moves. Okay, so that was question 8. So question 9 now, £16,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. Okay, in what US town did the famous 1881 shootout at the OK Corral take place? Is it A, Laramie, B, Tombstone, C, El Paso, or D, Dodge City? Sounds like an awful lot. Okay, Steve, that's great. Lovely, thank you. Okay, so that was number 9. This was £16,000 with 2 points in tonight's quiz. In what US town did the famous 1881 shootout at the OK Corral take place? A, Laramie, B, Tombstone, C, El Paso, or D, Dodge City? One more to go before we go back and run through this particular section. Okay, so let's move on to 10, which is for £32,000 and for 2 points in tonight's quiz. Which of the following is not a monotheistic religion? A, Hinduism, B, Judaism, C, Islam, or D, Christianity? So that's number 10. Which of the following is not a monotheistic religion? A, Hinduism, B, Judaism, C, Islam, or D, Christianity? Quite kind, that, I think, for £32,000, but they're only easy if you know the answer, of course. Only easy if you know it. So that's the next section of 5. If we can get that one submitted as quickly as possible, and then we can run through those 5 before we move to the last 5 questions in tonight's quiz. Yeah, hey, listen. We've got a few young questions tonight, but sure, very American. We like it. Perhaps we're honouring our partners in the Allied forces who joined us on those D-Day landings. Maybe it's subliminal. Okay, how are we doing on submissions, Beachy? Okay, are we ready to go through them all? Okay, so I'm going to lock those down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we can go through those. So let's go back to 6, please, Stacey. This was £2,000. And for 2 points, it was, what is the only position of American football team that can be sacked? Is it A, centre, B, wide receiver, C, where's my C gone, tight end, or D, quarterback? Let's have a look, Steve. Are we locking it in? Go on then, let's lock it in. Computer, can we lock it in, please? Oh, it's too late. Let's have a look then, Steve. Let's have a look. Number 6. There we go, the quarterback. Lovely stuff. Okay, 7 was Forever Delayed is the greatest hits album by which band? £4,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. The Strokes, Westlife, U2, or the Manic Street Preachers? Shall we have a look, Steve? Are we supposed to be locking in, Steve? There we go. Manic Street Preachers. There we go. Do you want me to continue? I'll lock them in from now on, Steve. I'll lock them in for you, okay? Okay, thanks. I told you, folks, anything could happen tonight. Technological uncertainties. Okay, let's move forward. Let's move forward to number 8. Walt Steven Spielberg film climaxes at a place called Devil's Tower, E.T., Jurassic Park, The Raiders of the Lost Ark, or Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Steve, let's lock it in. There we go. Well-oiled machine. Okay, let's have a look. There we go. Close Encounters of the Third Kind for 2 points and for £8,000. Okay, number 9 for £16,000 and 2 points in tonight's quiz. In what US town did the famous OK Corral shootout take place in 1881? Laramie, Tombstone, El Paso, or Dodge City? Let's lock it in, please, Steve. And computer, let's reveal the correct answer. Of course, Tombstone for 2 points. Okay, and the last in this little section for £32,000 and for 2 points. Which of the following is not a monotheistic religion? Let's lock it in, Steve. And let's have a look. There we go. Just if I hark back to my GCSE religion at St. James, Islam is Allah. I think Christianity and Judaism are the same God, aren't they? I think, but it's just one God. There's just one God. As per the creed in Christianity, we believe in one God, the Father, the Almighty, and all the rest. Okay, we go now through to number 11. So number 11, which is for. Oh, I'm breaking up a little bit. I'm told. Let's just calm down. Let's let it recover. I'm very pixelated, folks, but to be quite frank, that's probably a little bit of a blessing for you folks. Okay, question number 11. So this is for £64,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which character aids and abets Juliet's marriage to Romeo in the Shakespeare play? Is it A, the shepherdess, B, the waiting maid, C, the gentlewoman, or D, the nurse? So that's question number 11, and this is for £64,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which character aids and abets Juliet's marriage to Romeo in the Shakespeare play? A, shepherdess, B, waiting maid, C, the gentlewoman, or D, the nurse? We like a bit of Shakespeare on this quiz. How are people doing, Beach? Are we a few still in here? I suspect we might have tonight. Few still in. Of course, just a reminder, obviously, all the points count, but this is just a little side game to see if anybody can get to it. So I think we've got about 5 or 6 teams still in the running for £1 million. Okay, let's move forward to question number 12, which is for £125,000 for 3 points in tonight's quiz. Who developed the first effective vaccine against polio? Is it A, Albert Sabin, or Sabin? Not sure on the pronunciations here. Oh God, this isn't getting easier, does it? B, Niels Bohr. Bohr? I think so. C, Louis Pasteur, or D, Jonas Salk. So that's number 12, £125,000, 3 points in tonight's quiz. Who developed the first effective vaccine against polio? Albert Sabin, Niels Bohr, we've got Louis Pasteur, or Jonas Salk. No comments, Steve. So That's number 12 for £125,000. We can get those locked in. We'll move forward and on to question number 13. I mean, if anyone gets the £1 million question right, then fair play to them. Fair play. Okay, question number 13 for £250,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which architect designed the glass pyramid in the courtyard of the Louvre? A. Philip Johnson, B. Le Corbusier. I'm sure again I'd be writing in France, wouldn't I? I'd be writing in France. Le Corbusier. C is Frank Gehry, and D is I.M. Pei. So number 13 for £250,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which architect designed the glass pyramid in the courtyard of the Louvre? Philip Johnson, Le Corbusier, Frank Gehry, or I.M. Pei? It's £250,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. I must say that Paris is one of the most disappointing places I've been on the planet, I think. Okay, you can lock those in and we'll move forward to the £500,000 question. Question 14 in round 3. £500,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which of these was not a regular character in the TV series Upstairs, Downstairs? Ruby, Violet, Daisy, or Hazel? So that's 14 for £500,000 in tonight's quiz. Which of these was not a regular character in the TV series Upstairs, Downstairs? A. Ruby, B. Violet, C. Daisy, or D. Hazel? Never seen it. Never seen it. Beachy's telling me that he's seen it. Well, it doesn't really surprise me. I'm just trying to figure out whether that means that it's good or terrible. It could mean either. It could mean either. Okay, so that was question 14 for £500,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which of these was not a regular character in the TV series Upstairs, Downstairs? Ruby, Violet, Daisy, or Hazel? And without further ado, we'll move on to the £1 million question. 3 points in tonight's quiz. What's that? Sorry, Steve? Need to appear individually. Oh, sorry. With you. Absolutely seamless. Okay, question 15 for £1 million and 3 points in tonight's quiz. More important. The Sistine Chapel's Last Judgment painting by Michelangelo was commissioned by which pope? A. Paul III, B. Clement VII, C. Julius II, or D. Pius I? So that is the £1 million question on tonight's edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. For £1 million and 3 points in tonight's quiz, the Sistine Chapel's Last Judgment painting by Michelangelo was commissioned by which pope? Paul III, Clement VII, Julius II, or Pius I? Unbelievable. Gotta see it to believe it. Okay. Just give you a moment just to pop that last answer in. That was the last question in tonight's quiz. And then we'll rattle through the last 5 answers. And then we'll close things up. How are we doing on submissions, Beachy? Okay, so we've had about half of 15. So if we can sort of, I assume that most people's mechanism here will just be pointing at a random answer on the screen and going with that. I'm not quite sure how anyone's supposed to know that, to be honest. Okay. Very pixelated again here, folks. Looking like I'm on Crime Watch. Okay, so that's 15. Beachy, are we all done and dusted? Can we move through to the answers? Okay, we think we're there, folks. So I'm going to close that down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's run through those. So number 11 was for £64,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which character aids and abets Juliet's marriage to Romeo in the Shakespeare play? A, the shepherdess, B, the waiting maid, C, gentlewoman, or D, the nurse. Let's lock it in, please, Steve. Okay, and for £64,000 and 3 points, let's have a look at the correct answer. There we go, it's the nurse, the nurse. Okay, so question 12 was for £125,000 and 3 points in tonight's quiz. Who developed the first effective vaccine against polio? Is it Sabin, Boer, Pasteur, or Salk? Let's lock it in, please, Steve. Okay, and if we can reveal the correct answer. Okay, lovely. Jonas Salk. Not one of the Jonas Brothers, I'm told. Terrible gag. Terrible, terrible gag. Okay, 13 for £250,000 and for 3 points in tonight's quiz. Which architect designed the glass pyramid in the courtyard of the Louvre? Was it Johnson, Corbusier, Gehry, or Pei? Let's lock it in, please, Steve. Okay, and let's have a look. I am Pei for £250,000. Okay, for £500,000 and for question 14, we had which of these was not a regular character in the TV series Upstairs, Downstairs? We had Ruby, Violet, Daisy, or Hazel. Let's lock it in, please, Steve. Okay, and for £500,000, let's have a look. Violet, the correct answer. Okay, and then the £1 million question. 3 points in tonight's quiz. The Sistine Chapel's Last Judgment painting by Michelangelo, a fresco, probably the more accurate description, was commissioned by which pope? Paul III, Clement VII, Julius II, or Pius I? All the best to anybody who's still in. Let's lock it in, please, Steve. And let's have a look. There it is, Clement VII. A little bit of pointless knowledge for you. I think that Julius II, I think it was finished under his reign, but it's Clement VII who commissioned fresco. Okay, so I think that's us done and dusted for this evening in terms of quiz and questions. As per usual, Beachy, I think he's been beavering away doing the marking in the background as we've been going along. We'll post those. We may well have them this evening to post because I think Beachy's been squirreling away. So we'll try and get those posted as soon as possible. Before we go this evening, folks, I just want to raise one thing with you. I'm conscious that contrary to some speculative media reports suggesting that lockdown measures will be lifted on tomorrow, it looks now likely that probably isn't going to happen to any significant measure, but there may well be a relaxing on exercise. So in order to keep everybody fit and moving, and not just from the Cricket Club, but just within this sort of quiz community that's come together over the last few weeks, we've had a little bit of a get together, and we'd like to sort of start a bit of an initiative, a bit of a Keep Fit initiative together for us all to get involved in. I think Beach has imaginatively titled it the Mottram March. And essentially the idea here, folks, is that given the fact that we're not going to play any cricket this year, it looks like, and given the fact that we may well have some serious lockdown measures for some time to come, we want people to get active, and we want to sort of collectively walk, cycle, or run, so however far, and we want to try and accumulate enough miles, probably eventually collectively, to get around the world. An ambitious start, but or an ambitious total, but to start with, we're going to be a little bit more moderate, and we're going to suggest that by this time next week, that collectively we come together, we all download a Strava app or an Under Armour app or whatever it is in order to track our mileage as we're doing our daily walk and exercise, and we can feed into. Is it going to be a WhatsApp group, Beachy? Yeah. Okay. There'll be more coming out on the website, and you'll get all the details by email. But essentially, folks, the idea here is that we can all come together and we can all try and, I suppose, collectively achieve something from a fitness perspective in order to keep us moving and keep us moving in the right direction. So I think I was sort of ambitious and wanted us to try and get to Munich by this time next week, which is about 900 and something kilometers away, which obviously will take a little bit of walking, running, and cycling. But we'll certainly start with Maidstone as the first place to try and get past. So I think broadly, the nook and cranny of it, folks, is get your shoes on, get your running shoes on, get your walking shoes on, get your apps downloaded, and let's start moving and trying to, I suppose, come together in order to keep fit. More details to come from Michael in due course. But I think on that note, I think that's everything from me. Is there anything in the back end? No, nothing from either in the back end. So next week, folks, we'll be back again, I would imagine. And I would imagine that by the time we get to next week, Gardener and Cable dependent, I would imagine that we'll be back to full strength on the Showcase Showdown. But again, from myself, I really do thank you all for tuning in and continuing to support the quiz and play along. I hope you enjoyed it. As per usual, any sort of donation and contributions, more than welcome. And we're delighted by the support that we continue to get. All those details are on the website. But all there is left for me to say is good night, and I hope that you have a good week. I hope that you and your family remain well, and cheers. All right, good night, folks.